Hello and welcome everyone to Anfield Road TV. If you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And if you do enjoy tonight's episode, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Can we aim for at least 50 likes on tonight's episode? It'd be very much appreciated as well. And everyone, hope you had a very good Thursday, in all honesty. It's nearly the weekend anyway, and hope you've all looked after one another. We've got a chock-a-block show today in regards to the Premier League predictions. Just a bit of fun, really, and we'll review this come what the back end of May, and we'll look at our predictions as well. It should be joined by Kev in terms of Premier League, get his 1 to 20. And chat, if you want to go along as well, I'll drop the link in the chat as well for very much the tier maker list, so you can play along if you've got like a desktop or if you're playing it on your phone or whatnot. You can very much get it sorted. How are we, Kev?
How's it going, lad?
Not too bad.
Hey.
Not too bad. You been busy?
Busy, yeah. 2 kids. The wife is in Chicago at work at the moment, so I have to wait for her parents to come over and look after the kids before I can jump on. So busy, tired, but away we go. Are
you getting ready to get that brain going as well?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I smacked it yesterday. Dad's, I did the weirdest thing you could ever see yesterday. I smacked myself in my eyeball brain part, right, whatever the hell that part is there, right, sitting down in the chair. Like, I didn't bang it off anything, right? I went to sit down in the chair. When I sat down in the chair, my knee came up, hit my hand, but because my thumb was sticking out, it went in there. It actually knocked the flappy thing of my eye, the eyelid, into my eyeball. And I'm sitting there with a concussion today or something, man. It's weird.
Well,
wow.
We are, less than 48 hours, was it? Yeah, that was probably less than 48 hours away from Liverpool wrecking our weekends. So, hopefully not wrecking our weekends.
No, I love it on weekends. Optimism.
We're winning the league. Wait till you see my predictions, chat. They'll be fun. Kev, if you can, get up, obviously, the tier maker. I'll send you the link in the
private. This is Anfield, is it?
No. Just a tier maker ready list. Because we'll do mine, we'll do yours, and then chat if you want to play along.
Tier maker. What is that?
No, it's in the private match.
Is it? Sorry, my bad.
It's all good. All good, lad. Chat, as you can see there as well, Anfield OTV putting in a chat. That's me. So I'm reading out the comment like it's someone. Don't know. Obviously, chat. Get your predictions in, and then we'll go over that as well. So get your top assister for the Premier League, your flop of the season, you think dark horse in the Premier League as well, the player of the season, young player of the year, and obviously we can correlate that very much to Liverpool. We'll speak a bit about obviously Liverpool at the beginning of the episode, and then we'll dive into obviously the majority of the other Premier League teams. Wait until you see where they've got United. Should be fun. But Mark's got it all already in. There we go. So Mark's gone with Liverpool second. Go ahead, Mark. So, I'd say not go ahead. We want to be winning the league, lads. That's what we want to do. Salah's got Salah golden boot for Mark. Top assists, Trent. What's the out there? Also, Elliot, flop, Walker, player of the season. Allison, interesting there, mate. Big up there, Trevor. Premier League relating show, mate. Hopefully we do get a couple of other Premier League fans in as well to get their say. Yeah, big up there, Bush. Go and check out yesterday's episode, mate, if you didn't see it. We more or less covered it in reality, and obviously the potential new signing that is very close to happening by all accounts. Mavrashvili, or whatever his name is.
Mamardashvili.
Yeah, the Georgian goal.
That fella.
Yeah, that fella. Chat, get those likes up as well. It really does help out my shows, Kev shows. Have you managed to get that up, Kev?
I've got it up, but I'm just making it there now as I go along.
It's all right. We'll start from 20 anyway, to get things started. But firstly, Kev, I'll ask you. We'll start with the Liverpool because we're a Liverpool channel. That little obviously preview that Mark did give. So as you can see there, mate. So in terms of the young player of the year for Liverpool, who do you anticipate to be Liverpool's young player of the season? In all honesty,
Harvey Elliott. If he still counts in that, if he doesn't count and he counts as an adult, then it'll be hopefully Trey Neo. Well, Conor Bradley is another one, but Trey Neo only could get more game time this season. But I think Conor Bradley more so than Naomi.
Yeah. So I think I will go. I go with Conor Bradley. Chat, get your young player of the year for Liverpool in there. Player of the season for Liverpool for this upcoming season. Who do you anticipate?
McAllister.
Macca?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he'll just run everything in the midfield really, and I think he'll up his assists. Salah if he has another good season, but at the moment it's Macca for me.
Not our new number 6. So in terms of that as well, I'm gonna go with player of the season. I'm gonna go with Salah. I think he'll be back to his brilliant best. Dark horse in reality in terms of Liverpool squad, someone that you anticipate or chat, get your dark horse in reality in terms of Liverpool. For me, I'll go with Dominic Szoboszlai. I don't know. I'm hoping he surprises us. That might be mad considering we paid 50-60 million for him. And Connor and Ricky, if you are watching, yes, I have just said Dominic Szoboszlai for the dark horse for Liverpool, really. Yeah, Kev, player that will surprise you for this upcoming season. Obviously, the levels that we want our players to be hitting, but a player from left field potentially that you might have perform for you. Probably one.
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
I think so. I think he's going to suit Salat's formation. I think he's going to suit the setup, and I think he'll just come out of the traps firing on all cylinders. I think.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, right, chat. Get you. Obviously, we'll quickly rattle through all these as well. Big up there, Trev. Absolute legends. Big up there. Panov, how we doing, mate? Massive thank you. Make sure to head over to Spider LFC. Click that link. Get Kev up to lots of thousands of subscribers. Follow him on TikTok as well. We're trying our best to get Kev up to 1,000 on TikTok. I know a lot of you are already on it, so give Kev a follow on that.
That fella.
That could be a new name, though. But yeah, Elliot can. Yeah, technically, yeah. Diaz will be on fire this season. So interesting one, that Kev. In all honesty, surprise package. Flop of the. Nah, I don't want to do flop of the season. No, I don't want to be. No. Top assister within the Liverpool squad. Is it going to be Mr. Who we think it is, as always?
Trent.
Do you reckon he's going to be back to his best?
I'm hoping if we're going to be playing that wide from. If he can get a lot of balls up early to Darwin Núñez, I think he'll have a field there. But if anybody could be you can nearly say Salah for top goals and assists this season. You could say anybody really up in that front line. Who was the top assist last season?
I think it was Salah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go with Salah again, yeah. I think so.
All these chat have been wrong. I think it was Salah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, I'll concur with that, mate. I'll go with Salah. Chat, top goal scorer, Kev?
Oh, Salah. I'm going to say it's easy. It's kind of an easy pick for me. I think he'll be back to form this season.
Yeah.
All depends on how much he's fed, really.
I'm going to go double-header there with Salah as well, chat. The quick one. We're not going to waste time, really. So, yeah, straight there, Salah. So, I'm going to do league position, but we'll save that until the prediction show as well, chat. I'll drop this tier maker in the chat there. Rob's gone with Jota. Interesting one, mate. Like, the thing is, I was tempted to go Núñez, Rob. Like, we all are desperately crying out we want Núñez. Because I think if Núñez did get top goal scorer, I think Liverpool would be in a very strong position in the Premier League. It would probably catapult Liverpool to the upper echelons of the league table, really. Kev, have you got that up, mate?
I have pretty much got it up.
No, do it one by one if you want. So,
I put them all into position.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
That's what I was doing when I was sitting there. So you want me to remove them all and do it? Okay. My bad.
It takes away the excitement.
How do I clear that again?
It should be just.
Let me just. No. I didn't let me do it.
Yeah, big up there, chat. So anyone just tuning in, get your predictions in for Liverpool. We started off not going to waste time anyway. So don't put your Liverpool position, chat. We'll save that till later anyway. We all know we're winning the league. So obviously positioning. So top goal scorer for Liverpool, top assister. We're not going to do flop. I don't know why I put that. Apologies, chat. Surprise of the season, player of the year, young player of the season as well. So get them in the comment section below as well. Rob said, Jota is clinical and he won't be injured as much this season. Fingers crossed, lads. Fingers crossed as well. Yeah, we all concur with that, chat. LFC Panov's gone with his predictions for Liverpool. So top goal scorer will be Mo, top assister Darwin. Good shout, that mate. Dark horse, probably Jaden Danz. Obviously, he is out injured at the minute, but certainly could be a player that hopefully going into this new season will play really well. Player of the season, Sobo, and young player of the year, Harvey Elliott as well. Interesting shouts there, mate. Obviously, memes have said Liverpool second, top goal scorer Salah, top assister Salah, because it's him, even when he's, it'd be mad. Trent to have a much better season from last year. Player of the season, Van Dijk for memes. Young player of the season, Elliott as well. Kev, if you want to share, or do you want to just do this together, Kev, and we try and agree?
Yeah. I think we can just share it up, and I can click on it as we go. Yeah, you're doing it, yeah? Okay, you're sharing it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, that was a big waste of time me playing with that.
Sorry, lad. Sorry, lad. You know me, mate, too long.
I know.
Yes.
He's like an old one that forgets to make the cup of tea. What was I doing again?
Lads, I'm touching 30 and I forget to put my socks on, lads. As I know. So, chat, let me know if you can see that. We're going to start from bottom to top. We'll start with number 20th, chat. Who do we think will, or Kev, who do you think might finish 20th in the new upcoming season? And I know everyone before they chime in, the window hasn't shut, but we will correlate that into our thinking as well.
Yeah.
But obviously, and anyone's watching this in 2 months' time, and Liverpool have bought a 6 and bought an extra striker. Love it. Kev, your thoughts on 20th?
I'd say Southampton. A fair show for them to go straight back. I think one of the teams that came up are going to go straight back down in 20th. Palace could be in trouble as well. But yeah. Yeah,
for my one, it'd be interesting. It doesn't really matter if me and Kev agree, but try get your 20th position in, and we'll gauge it from what me and Kev say.
I'll do my one on the side here, and then I'll just share my one afterwards.
Okie dokie.
It's the easiest thing to do.
So I've gone with Forest, Kev.
Yeah.
They survived by the skin of the teeth, really, in all honesty. When you look at in terms of transfers currently going on at Forest, for some mad reason, they bought Elliot Anderson for a big fee. Nikola Milojevic, the 26-year-old Serbian from Fiorentina, for 15 million euros. Jota Silva, obviously left winger from the Portuguese league, and obviously Red Star Stamjanic, a defensive midfielder. So in terms of, this is, it would frustrate me, Kev, and chat, if you were a fan of Forest, because with the sheer rotation of players as well, it's one of them. Have you got Forest in your bottom three?
I have, yeah.
So that's one thing that we can agree
on. I've it shared up there. I don't know if you can switch between them or add them to it.
Can I switch them?
Is it allowed to switch? You can switch them. There you go. That's my bottom three there.
Zoom in if you can, please.
Okay, my bad. Hang on. Let me look at that.
Because I haven't got glasses on. I cannot see that.
Oh, let me zoom in, will I? Oh, wait. Yeah. Nope. Is it? Let me zoom in. Oh, it is.
There we go. I can only see on these computers because I've got big monitors, like when I mean big monitors.
So that's who I went with. I thought that maybe Leicester and Ipswich would surprise and stay above. Ipswich are probably the easiest to go down, but I think they might surprise.
Yeah, Trev's going Man City. We move.
They get relegated anyway, so you might as well just take one of these teams out.
Yeah, no, we'll try and be sensible in here tonight, chat. As we know, we're not. Doug's on Southampton 20th. Nick's gone Palace. we'll discuss about Palace. It's good that we spoke a bit about Liverpool at top, and yes, we're Liverpool channel, but I just thought it'd be good to just speak Premier League really, because there'll be plenty of shows this season, watch-alongs and everything in the weekend. But yeah, Crystal Palace, Nick. When we get to Palace, mate, it'll be an interesting discussion, because I do agree, and I think Kev alluded to that before. Elise is a big miss. Elise going to Bayern Munich as well. Massive thank you, Doug. Make sure you head over, subscribe to the Dugout Football channel. I don't think Everton. Reese, big up there, mate. It's good to see a couple of new faces in. Reese, I've been doing YouTube for about, bloody, as I keep on telling everyone, 7-8 years, and it's just mad. Kev?
See, the only difference with Everton is that they could have finished actually in Europe last season if they didn't get those points deductions.
Everton will not go down, mainly due to the fact of the ground. It's the last season at Goodison, I think it is. That atmosphere is going to be absolutely madness. And the manager, Kev. But we'll get to Everton when we get to it. But
he's a survivor.
Yeah, he's a top level manager anyway. I think he's the best manager Everton could ever get, really, in terms of that predicament they do find themselves currently financially, and in terms of the players as well. So a couple of Ipswich shouts here as well, though, chat. Ipswich 20th. Ipswich 20th for Rob Forrest.
It could swing both ways with that, with Ipswich, you know. I'm just thinking for some reason maybe two of the teams that came up will go, and I think if I think this way, I think Forest are in danger, and especially Crystal Palace are in danger, and they're getting back, what's his name, aren't they? What's his name? Wasn't he coming back on loan from the Saudi League or something? Or the Turkish League? What was his name? He's played for Man United as well.
Man United.
What's his Zaha. Is he back? Isn't he back with him?
Meant to be, supposedly.
Okay.
But yeah, chat. Put your league position before the team, if you can, please, everyone. Just so it's a bit more. Yeah, nice one there, this. Yeah. Sorry there, Kev. I was just looking at the comments.
All right, man. You're grand.
So I'm gonna put Forest for my one.
Yeah.
But we both got Southampton in the bottom. Yeah, we have. So I'll put Southampton. I think they will struggle. Sorry, any Southampton fans if you're in here. Looking at their players that they've brought in, well, lack of their players, in all honesty, though. Obviously, the main key signings to Southampton, for anyone that's not seen, the big signing this year for 22 million euros was Taylor Howard-Bellis from Manchester City, another youngster that Man City have somehow got about 20 mil. That's how they're getting around the books, really. Flynn Downs, 9 million euros, going to, well, he's come to West. Hang on, the Inns. Yeah, Flynn Downs is come from West Ham for 9 million. Obviously, Howard Bellis has come in from Manchester City as well. Kev, remember Brereton Diaz?
Yeah, Brereton Diaz, Blackburn player.
Yeah, the Blackburn. Yeah. He's coming from Villarreal for 8 million euros. Okay. And you've got a couple of interesting signings from the Championship. Ronnie Edwards from Peterborough. But I just think there's too many £2-3 million players here coming in that
haven't got the quality.
Because we've seen that the year that they did get relegated, Southampton, they did really struggle. It's keeping clean sheets in the Premier League. It's already difficult scoring goals, but if you're not keeping clean sheets at the back, it just puts you in such a difficult position, in all honesty, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah. Look, they're in danger of going down straight away. They might surprise us all, and if Brereton Diaz can be the saviour for scoring goals, because that dude can score goals. But it's all about supply as well from the rest of the squad, and they have to be able to have possession to get it to him. So I think they'll just be doing a lot of counter-attacking football, and Brereton Diaz is just going to be doing a lot of running aimlessly for most of the season. Unless they can find some way to control to control the game from midfield, they're just going to be chasing games, really. So I just think that they'll struggle, So it's anyways, I think Ipswich and Leicester have a bit more exciting football to their name. So I can see them kind of staying up at the cost of like a Nottingham Forest or a Crystal Palace.
Yeah, for any rival fans, especially Ipswich fans, we've got a very good, great Ipswich channel, and the lads coming on tomorrow. So keep an eye out on that chat. We got the opposition fan preview show tomorrow evening. Me and Kev and the lads will be speaking and getting the insight from Ipswich. Ipswich fans are probably buzzing at the fact that we've got them both to stay up. I think we'll speak about it tomorrow night as well, but I really do rate the manager. I think a lot of people do rate the manager of Ipswich. I've gone, look at the other team, that's Kev's team, and I've put Leicester in there. Sorry, Leicester fans. It's looking at the players that he's brought in all honesty, losing the head coach off the back of last season. I know transitioning from the Premier League back into the Premier League from the Championship, it's never as easy for a lot of teams out there. Just have a little quick gander over the
Brentford are in danger as well, Jack. They were very close last year.
I was going to say, do you want to mention your 17th place team there, miss?
My 17th place team. So, if it's the difference between 70, I think maybe Leicester.
I've got them right.
The drop down. Yeah, that's. I don't know if they'll survive, but I think it's between them and maybe Forest to stay up, just because the amount of signings that Forest have done over the last couple of seasons and might survive at that.
Yeah, I'll name it. Well, they've lost their key player, Dewsbury Hall, for 30 odd million euros. Sorry, chat, if I'm saying yours. Just what I'm looking at anyway. We're not all accountants, but it's 30 million euros, which is the euro to the pound is very similar anyway. So it doesn't really make sense.
It's 17 cents in the difference per pound or something.
Yeah, so more or less the same in it, mate. Yeah, in terms of Dewsbury Hall's gone. Iheanacho, who we played a couple of days ago at Anfield, he's gone to Sevilla. Yeah, Harry Sutar, he's gone to Sheffield United for 8 million. Dennis Pratt has gone, well, he's just left. Mark Albrighton hasn't got a club. And obviously incomings into the football club for Leicester. Obviously Fatsu, obviously the right winger from Sporting Lisbon. O'Keel, I haven't got a clue. Some of these players are, apologies, chat. Not going to sit here and say I've watched every game because we haven't. But no big names stand out there though, Kev, for me. That's why I.
And who did Forest get in?
In terms of Forest, they haven't gone as mad, in all honesty, though, chat, as they did last year. Because last year, as we all know, even rival fans just looking and analysing who they did bring in, it was just absolutely a revolving door of players coming in and out of the football club.
So if that's the case, and they have lost Pratt as well, the top, because they have no defence, and they'll swap it out. Yeah,
so in terms of the big names that Forest have lost, they've lost obviously Vlachodimos for 20 odd million pounds to Newcastle. Marcus Niakate, he's gone to Olympique Lyonnais alongside Mangala. Mangala was one of their big players last year. He's only obviously 26 years old. He went for 20 million. That's a big signing for the French club. Memo Friula, obviously the experience, Switzerland international. He's gone to Bologna. And then other players, Lewis O'Brien's gone. Yeah, they've literally lost about 12 players. Travada has gone. Divock Origi has gone. Hang on. Yeah,
he will be back to AC Milan, wouldn't he?
Well. So,
yeah. I'm looking at a few here now. Wayne Hennessy was released by him.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Kouyaté was released by him. Kouyaté. Where's he gone? That's a lot of. Well, anyways, Elliot Anderson is in from Newcastle, so you got to fill in from Sao Paulo, and they got Stamin. Oh, I remember him from Red Star Belgrade. Wasn't he the big lad?
Well, similar names of all.
I'm pretty sure that's the dude that scored the 2 goals against us in the Champions League the year we won it.
Nuno Espirito Santos as well, though, chat.
They got a few in, so that's why I'm thinking. Yeah, they're better off than Leicester, anyway, I think.
So that's my bottom 3. So Kev, you gone with Forest just about surviving?
Yeah.
For you, 17th. Chat, let me know who your 17th place team is in the Premier League. As Reese has gone there, Leicester is still hoping Yeah.
72 back, yeah.
It
seems like he's been around an eternity already, and he started his career at like 30 years of age. You know what I mean? When he did it, he must be about 37 now, is he?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
So we'll get to jump over to mine in a little second here. No problem with Vardy. Yeah, Daka as well. Everton memes has gone with Everton 17th. Can't see the same Sean Dyche. Bournemouth 16th, Wolves 15th, Brentford 14th, Crystal Palace 13th. Owen, if you're ready, mate, just give us the thumbs up. All good, mate. Hello, Owen. How are we, mate?
Yeah. Oh, delighted to be here.
Welcome. Yeah.
How the devil are you? It's been ages.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate. Massive thank you for coming on.
Hello, Owen.
Hello. For anyone tuning in as well, make sure you head over to the Cop On podcast as well, available on all, obviously, social media, your best podcast and obviously shows as well, and every available podcast app. Owen, I know you're jumping in here.
It's all on audio. Yes.
Yeah, all on audio.
Where are we? I'm lost.
Yeah, right. You've just jumped in at the... Who would you anticipate for your own personal one in terms of your bottom three for the Premier League this season?
It's a dull answer, but it's the Championship teams going straight back down. It's Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were just looking at some of the
chasm is too big.
Yeah, what do you think is one of the biggest differences, really, when a team does come up into the Premier League, mate, that they really fail to grasp, in your opinion, in terms of from a tactical sense? Or is it a bit more recruitment in terms of getting the right players in?
I think it's a good question. I think there's a myriad of reasons. There are plenty of reasons. There's a plethora of reasons.
Love that word.
It's so funny, isn't it? That account on Twitter that did a plethora thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. I barely do myself. But anyway, to answer your question, there are tons of reasons. I think one of them, for example, is just very simply the physical fitness of Premier League players, right? These are the elite of, perhaps world football, although there are some wonderful players around the world, obviously in different leagues. But, they are elite players themselves. They don't drink nowadays, or if they do actually, but they know how to take care of themselves and their diet and all that stuff. It's not like I imagine in the Championship where people are actually partying quite often and all that stuff. So there's the whole professionalism aspect. There's the speed of it. The transitions, especially football's a lot about transitions, right? You from defense to attack or attack to defense. As soon as you lose the ball, the speed in which teams in the Premier League either jump on top of you if they're going to counter press or retreat back into their shape so that they can nick the ball and then try and counter attack on you. That's a Jack Grealish good one, Reese. Yeah. Pace is not for everybody, but or fitness. I don't know which one you're referring to. But yes, so there's the fitness aspect, there's the tactical aspect in terms of transitions, the speed of it, and also the money. That you can buy fabulous players, which keeps your team at the top of the top. So the top 8 or whatever, or top 10 even of the Premier League. It's like another league, You got the bottom 10 of the Premier League and then the Championship. So basically going up from the Championship and playing any top 10 side, it's like going up 2 leagues, in my opinion.
100%, mate. Kev, would you concur with that, mate? And as well,
yeah.
Transition, really.
No. They're going to have the teams that are coming up are going to have it. There's obviously going to be a bounce back against them, but they do get a lot of money when they come up into the league as well. But it's just, at least Forest went out and kind of spent it instead of kind of reinvesting it back in the club. But I haven't really seen any of the other teams spending it that often. I mean, Ipswich have brought in a couple of guys from Championship and other places. Leicester haven't really done enough business for me, and Southampton. The only thing that might save them is as you were saying, Brereton Diaz, isn't it? He came in. Yeah.
Sorry. Clicking too many buttons here, Chelsea.
Okay. That's why I have my guy. That's why I have my guys at the moment.
Yeah. We'll go get that up. There we go. That's better. So Kev's gone with. We got Fulham from 13th. Yeah. Not too bad of a shout that. Wait until you see this. For me, I've got Ipswich surviving.
Yeah, same.
I agree with what Owen said, but I do think it'd be interesting to see their new coach in the Premier League, considering how blockbuster he was for a lot of top teams in the Premier League. Obviously, that big contract signing was very key. Obviously, probably their key signing in this transfer window.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so for me, I think they will stay up just, in all honesty. Then I've gone with the Ev to finish 16th. If I can get that right. There we go. So, and I'm going with Everton. Then I've gone Palace. Owen, in terms of when we were speaking, me and Kev were speaking about Crystal Palace, interesting football club. We've done plenty of shows over the years, mate. Elise, we've spoke numerous times on his potential link to Liverpool over the years. Didn't really materialise. I think we all would have loved him to have signed for Liverpool. How do you anticipate them to fare in the league this year? It's going to be interesting.
Elise's a big miss, isn't he? Oh la la! It's like I don't know. Is it going to be Tom Cruise without Nicole Kidman? I don't know, because Tom Cruise actually did all right without Nicole Kidman, to be honest. And I wonder if Crystal Palace will be the same, because I love Michael Elise. I think he's just one of the best players to watch. He's just got that swagger, that style, and technique is class. I love watching him. So they're going to miss him, of course they are, but they had one of the best. Oh, sorry, am I breaking up? Can you hear me?
No, sorry, mate. I was just going to say, just tell you a couple of the players that they've brought in. You haven't seen it. Sarr has come in, obviously the player that we were linked on, like literally every single transfer window that was open from Watford. He's come from Olympique Marseille, obviously for 15 million. Kamada, obviously the Japanese attacker midfielder, he's coming for 18 million from Lazio. Chadi Riyad, I've not seen. I don't think any of us have seen much of him. He was a Real Sociedad under 21. Spanish/Moroccan centre back as well. But I think for paying that bit more, that high of a price tag, I think you have big expectations as well, mate. But yeah, apart from those three, not really a lot of big signings coming in.
My thing is, I'm worried about him because if they lose Gahey.
Oh yeah.
If he goes,
hang on, no. See, this is the zeitgeist, Kev. See, this is what people would think from the outside. This is exactly what I thought until I listened to a podcast with this Crystal Palace fan who said that they had something ridiculous, like the second best defensive record in the league for like 3 months of the season when Mark Gahey was missing. So I think
Anderson's fairly handy. Who was in there instead of Gahey?
Amazing. Oh, now you're asking. I was just listening to a Palace fan. I wasn't following them too closely myself. But I do think that I love their manager. And I think they're going to finish comfortable. I think they're going to be the surprise of the season in terms of finishing around 10th or 11th. I'm not worried.
Okay.
The organisation. I think, what's his name? Sheikh Doucouré is going to be back, defensive midfielder.
Yeah. I've just thought Kamada as well. He was playing at Frankfurt under the manager as well.
And Chadi Riyad is a defender.
Yeah, centre back as well. So this is the excitement chat. We're going to be buzzing off Liverpool's results this season, and sometimes we won't all speak to our family members. That's just what Liverpool does for us on some weekends, and everyone goes, "It's only football." No, it isn't. It means so much to all of us anyway. In terms of Kev, have you made any additions to your table in regards to? Yeah, we get. Oh no, that's Kev's one.
That's mine. That's my one. Yeah. I wait for you to take my one off and then do your one, and then I'll do it in the background.
So, 100%, mate. Panov is going with Bournemouth 13th as well. Big up there, Owen. Nice one there, Charles. Mark's going with Mark. This is meant to be a Premier League show. I don't know if you pulling a fast one there, Mark. I don't know. Brentford. Kev, Brentford.
I think they're in danger. If
we're close to going down last season as well.
Yeah, if Owen is saying that Crystal Palace are going to come on strong like they did, I'd put danger in for Brentford more. Poor Carvalho. He's be going straight back down to the championship, you know. It's a weird one, man. Because I just like the manager. I think the manager's really good and he can get it over the line. But have they got the players? Let me have a look at the.
So that's mine. In terms of, so we've got Ipswich just about surviving above the relegation zone. Everton. I think
you didn't share your one, Jack. Mine is still on the screen.
Oh, sorry, there, Kev.
You can.
Can I zoom? Yeah, there we can scroll up there. So, chat, that's my one. We'll get to yours. Owen, would you agree or disagree with some of my selections there? Would you add onto yours as well, really, or who would?
It all depends on the points reduction, doesn't it? For the Ev.
Yeah.
The last season of the old lady, and is she going to finally cark it and get them relegated to the championship or whatever?
He just won't go, though, won't. Like we've said this every single and he just won't go.
Yeah, like a stubborn rash, they won't go away. I think Everton. I mean, already. I mean, they signed Jake O'Brien from Lyon, and I live in France, and I don't follow Liga all that closely, but I've got a lot of students who do. And he's apparently a really good player, Jake O'Brien. He's strong and big, and, you know, he's a really good defender. And Lyon had a tough season last season, but he was like up there with their very best players. So that's good for them. But, you know, going forward, they've got Neil Mopé.
Well, Jake O'Brien's from where I'm from, you know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a Cork man. Yeah. I know a few of his cousins. Okay. Yeah. There's a we see him coming up through the ranks, but he went straight from Ireland over there. Like he didn't bother going to the other routes where normal Irish players go. There's a lot of Irish players actually taking off into Europe recently, just to get to better their careers and then come back to England.
Why is that, Kev? Like,
just the opportunities are better. You know, they're Irish and British footballers are pretty much labelled higher when they come out of their youth system. You know, there's a lot of less countries that have weaker youth systems, you know, but good players. I mean, that's where all these clubs go and they find like your Sadio Mane is, and, you know, they find a lot of these African footballers in these places, but they go through all of this European kind of route before they get to the Premier League, really. But they get picked up fairly quickly over there. But it's the same for Irish football. You know, not a lot of scouts coming over here because of the national team. And because the international team aren't doing the greatest, and you don't see a lot of scouts coming over here, but other countries are keeping an eye. So they'll bring them over, no problem.
Because you only fit like Irish, like not mainstream player over the last couple of years. Obviously, Evan Ferguson, I think, I was speaking to you, Kev, over the last couple of years as well, and the Irish Reds out there has been very highly publicised, really, that he didn't want to come to Liverpool because obviously the opportunities, really. Do we know, Kev? Not saying from you, but do we know if he's a Liverpool fan or a United fan or?
Who's that?
Evan Ferguson.
I don't.
Really?
He's a Man United fan, apparently. I did read that somewhere.
Oh, is he?
Unfortunately, the rat.
Yeah. So sadly, that will be.
He's from Beddystown, anyway. So that's up where Mosney Holiday Camp, which is the equivalent of Butlin's for you guys over there. That's where that was based for a long time.
There we go. 100%. Yeah, Seamus Coleman. That was one of the main players that I've seen, especially in the Premier League. A stonewall, really. Obviously, Steve Finnan as well. Not too bad back in the day. I was going to say we'll get to obviously their new signing.
They have very little signings, man. They have more outgoings than signings. I'm actually going to I'd nearly do a swap on my one for Brentford to go down.
Yeah, obviously in terms of chat, we'll quickly fill you in. As you said there, chat, obviously Igor, obviously a big money move from Club Bruges. Owen, we've seen this in the Belgium League. I know you do watch quite heavily a lot of European leagues when we've done our podcasts on your channel, mate, as well. It's mad because you're seeing some of the talent that has been produced from the Belgian Pro League, obviously moving to the likes of the Eredivisie, the Premier League, certain moments. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne, the big lad from Belgium anyway, in terms of coming through the youth. Why do you anticipate Igor? As I said, I don't think you might have seen him, mate, but the big money moves for me personally, when I've analysed over the last couple of years, the big money moves from Belgium, sometimes, not all the time, majority of them don't work out for me. I don't know if that's just poor analysis, really, but I think in judging from that league, do you think the Premier League is just a bit too big of a jump? You look at similar players that have come, not from the Belgium league, but in terms of the stature and the physicality, certain players have struggled, really. I don't know.
It would take, I mean, usually an adaptation process. I mean, the what is it, Jupiter League, whatever it's called, the Pro League. He played for Club Brugge. I mean, he's a Brazilian player, Igor Thiago, and I've got his stats in front of me that he had 16 goals and 2 assists from 21 starts. So, I mean, that's good for he's only 22 years old. Sorry, just turned 23. So. Yeah, but he's injured. I think it was he's out till January. Yeah, as Doug said.
Big money signing.
He's injured. Yeah, because that's the thing with Ivan Toney. See, now Ivan Toney might stay at Brentford because they bought him from the outside. They bought him to replace Ivan Toney, but he's done his meniscus or some other similar big thing in his knee, and they're saying until January, but it could well be beyond that. It could be a season end of that one. Unfortunately, in pre-season for them. So, I mean, they're very unlucky. But have they actually been lucky? Because if Ivan Toney stays and regains some of his form, then he could pump them up the league. Because he's a player I love. And he's available on a free next year. And he'll be 30 years old. But I wouldn't mind a punt for Liverpool on Ivan Toney. Ivan the Red. Ivan
big
the
Liverpool fan.
Ivan the Terrific.
I think... yeah, certainly.
I think by January, man. I think if Nunes isn't scoring, I think Liverpool will go in for a striker in January.
Yeah, Chatty is a jumping ahead. You can tell I'm a bit behind in terms of the. Might need to speed this up. Yeah,
I have my higher.
We're 40 minutes in. We've had a lot of fun, and we're only up until what? So right, we'll get to Kev's one straight away. Right, Kev. Hang on, have you somehow... Yeah, chat, for anyone that's watched on the mobile or whatnot, we have not forgotten Spurs.
Yeah.
Not Spurs, but... Kev, talk us through, obviously, your selection from 8th to 12th, please, man.
Yeah, it's just because Spurs are Spurs. They'll hang around the 4th or 5th spot early season, and then all of a sudden they'll just drop off near the end of the season into 8th or 9th. So I just put them that way because I just think that West Ham are going to surprise us a bit this season and move further up the table. Because I think they've made some nice signings, and if they manage to keep some of their good players, I think they'll be laughing. And plus, the new manager, David Moyes is left now, isn't he? So yeah, so I think we might see a bit of a change in West Ham. They might even squeeze into the Europa Conference League kind of thing again. But we'll see. I just can't see anybody high. I think Brighton will drop down a bit, Anybody because I have switched out Crystal Palace, if you can see, because I just didn't do my homework on them properly this season. But that's why I think Brentford will drop down before Palace. No. Brighton, they'll just hover mid-table. Yeah. Same as Fulham. You could swap around Brighton, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Wolves and Bournemouth. Any one of those can finish in that mid-range. Any one of them.
Yeah, this is probably the first time we've had to discuss it, really, chat. So keep on getting your comments in as well. I'm so excited, though, and I think we all are. This is obviously, we want Liverpool to win the league, and we'll be as positive as we can. But we all love football. Every single football fan out there. We have been craving Premier League football to be back. As long as we're not talking about the referees, because there's so many, as Kev said, there's so many stories with every individual football club. You look at Brighton as well. Wolves are a weird one. Everton's, Kev's got them a bit higher up, but I'm guessing, Kev, that is without their points deduction. But even still, with their points deduction, like they seen last year, as you alluded to, mate, you can still get up there. But
they have a second points deduction coming in the season, right? How much is that for?
I don't know. I think we're saying, chat, what's Everton's points deduction potentially? Similar to last year, I think.
Never looked at.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the same again. So yeah, I'll have to swap them around. So if it is 10 points, they're guns are again.
Owen, any some of those teams a bit where you anticipate them to be in regards to 8th to 12th in terms of?
I more or less agree with that. I mean, the thing with West Ham, they could struggle because their new manager is Lopetegui and he's defensive, and they brought some great defensive players, but it's just whether he can get the best out of the attack would be the question. I think there'll be a lot of dire sort of 0-0, 1-0 kind of scorelines involving West Ham. But yeah, they could finish around mid-table. Wolves are interesting to me because, again, they've bought young Portuguese starlets like Rodrigo Gomez from Braga, for 15 million euros. They haven't spent all that much money, but they've seemed to have spent it quite wisely. I mean, they've made Tommy Doyle permanent. I like him.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one. I've not seen a lot of him, but he's been, when you look and analyse City like journalists, he's been one name that they did hype up really over the last couple of years. Really, he's 22 now, similar age to Curtis Jones. So he's anticipating him really to break through. So.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's a good sort of, combative midfielder, but with a bit of playmaking skill as well. I like Tommy Doyle. I think he's a very good player. And Jürgen Strand Larsen, the centre forward, they brought him from Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be good as well. I don't know much about him. But I like Gary O'Neill and I like Wolves. I expect him to be organised and finish, around sort of 8th to 12th. Yeah, that kind of region.
Could be interesting there, mate. In terms of outgoings and in reality as well, chat to keep you up to date. Someone's alluded some of the incomings. Pedro Neto, probably the biggest miss for Wolves this season, really. Max Kilman as well, a big money move. Well, if you're a Wolves fan, I think. Quickly touching on that, Kev, let us know your thoughts on Neto. Looking and analysing the report over the last couple of weeks since that announcement did get made, Wolves fans were quite joyful, to say the least. Obviously, missing the player of Neto's quality, but I think the large majority of them were like, he's more or less only plays like 20 games a season.
Yeah,
he's out.
I think it's similar to us with Jota. He will score all around him and he can play brilliant football, but can he be available for most games of the season? If not, you cash in. So I think that's what they're happy about. I think they'll do business before the end of the window of Wolves. I think they'll do more business, even right up until the last day. They could be fairly busy. That's why I'm thinking that they'll finish where they finish.
Yeah, so that was Kev's one chat, as you can see. Obviously, in terms of mine, I've gone for obviously a bit of Wolves in 12.
You forgot two players or two teams there, did you?
Right.
One in because it's 5 teams for the 13 to 17. Even though there's a 4 gap, it's 5 teams. So you forgot that. So one of them would have to,
Yeah, drop that back down. Sorry there, Chas.
Okay.
As you know, can't do quick maths.
You need 2 for the top. You need 2 more for the top one there as well.
There we go. Can't count to 10. Right, there we go. Where am I putting something? Yeah, it's got to be that. I think Newcastle will struggle again. So actually, no, I haven't. Oh, this is difficult. Yeah, no. Right, there we go. Yeah, go with that. That's what I'm going to go with.
I think you need 5 teams there, don't you? 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah, he did. Spurs is in the middle.
Yeah, Spurs is there.
Oh, I can't see it. Sorry.
It's very bad. Yeah.
Sorry, you probably beat that.
Got there in the end, Shaft, for me. Sorry. Right. So in terms of 7th, who do you anticipate to get Europa League football out of the big boys? Who's going to be the disappointing team in the big expectations for the big fellas?
Is that for me or Kev?
Oh, yeah, you go with that. I wouldn't if you want to. You go with you, mate.
Can I see a list of who's left? Because I'm sure I'm going to forget someone.
Sorry, but yeah. Well, that's mine.
Yeah, that's for your one. Okay, yeah. So I would say, I wouldn't. I would have West Ham a bit further down and Newcastle in that place, or Chelsea. Chelsea. They're gonna, implode the inevitable implosion of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Too many average players and too many players, and the scandal involving Enzo Fernandez and the horrible sort of racist chant that the Argentina players were doing. Players from Enzo Fernandez has just put himself in an awful position in that team, and I just think they're bang average and for a top team. So 7th at most for Chelsea, actually.
Yeah, I'm I'll go 7th with Chelsea. Sorry, any Chelsea fans. Conor Gallagher as well. The way they've handled Conor Gallagher's move is an absolute joke.
And Chalobah as well.
Yeah, Chalobah, you said there, and it's like I get obviously Liverpool will probably do this in a couple of seasons where we do let players go, but I think we'd do it in a way. But similar with Man United as well. No, United haven't been the best over since Fergie's left, but I think Liverpool and United try and handle themselves with a bit more grace. In all honesty, I think for players that have come through like Chalobah and Gallagher, yes, if they're leaving, respect them, but respect them even more because they've give so much more to that football club than the majority of like players coming in, like whether that be 18, 20 as well. So somebody one of them. I've got Chelsea there at 7th. I concur with what Owen said. Kev, have you got your 7th?
I have. I made a swap for West. I just think West Ham are going to do much better than what they did.
Sorry there, mate.
That was mine.
Oh,
that was mine.
It's end of the weekend, kind of. So, Kev, talk us through your number 7 position.
So I did, because you see, I don't know what's going to happen between Spurs, West Ham, and Newcastle, and I just think because West Ham have made more astute signings, they got Fulkrug in, they got Somerville in, they got let me see, there's somebody else here they got in as well. There's a couple of lads that actually came in free transfers. Loan back Todibo. They got Todibo.
Kilman, Somerville, Fulkrug. Lewis Gamare from
Fotheringham.
They
have, and they've got Todibo in as well, from Nice on loan. So and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So they've made some defensive astute signings, and they could just do better than Newcastle and Spurs, because I think Spurs have a shaky defence, and Newcastle, you just don't know what kind of Newcastle you're going to get. They'll be brilliant for 6 or 7 games, and then they'll drop off for 5. So I'm just thinking that West Ham will be more of a steady shift than those this season. So I just moved them up above. I was going to put Newcastle into 7th, but I think West Ham will be better than them. So I moved them into 7th.
When who was your 7th again, mate? Sorry. Who was your
Chelsea?
Chelsea for you, yeah. I've gone with Chelsea as well. Chat, who have you got for 7th? I've seen a lot of decent suggestions, really. Chat is saying, Russell's saying there, big up, mates. Osimhen will be an interesting signing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They are. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
They'll finish 6th. Okay.
Yeah. Just to place
much higher.
Yeah, big up there. He's saying Wolves will miss Kilburn. I think they will, mate, 100%. Panoff, you jumped ahead there, lad. We'll get there. Blind optimism that we all have, but we love it.
Put you over up the screen, Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've got a bit. Everyone was having a go at me last season when I put Villa in 4th, but I know some stuff, just a bit. But that was a speculative guess anyway, as you would say. 6th position, I will go. Sorry for anyone that's just tuning in now, but you're gonna be like, rah. I'm gonna go 6 for Villa, mainly due to the fatigue of the players, similar with Newcastle as well. In regards to when they got Champions League football the year before, I think if Villa do get an injury to Ollie Watkins or 1 or 2 players, Owen.
I'm actually gonna put. I like that. I like that Villa in 6th, but I'm actually gonna put. I just realised United is still on the list. I'm gonna put United in 8th to 12th position, and Newcastle 6th.
Okay.
In terms, go ahead there, guys. Kev, we'll go through a couple of the signings for Aston Villa, and for anyone just tuning in as well.
Yeah, they've done well.
A lot of big moves.
Yeah,
to say the least. Really, Kev, have you got?
Yeah, I've got. Wait, let me just bang them up here. So my thinking with us, here we go. So they did a lot of. They released a lot of players, but they've a lot of lower level players. Kind of got Douglas Luiz is a big loss for them going to Juventus.
Diaby's gone to the Saudi League.
Yeah, Diaby's gone to the Saudi League. But the thing is, they brought in Baron Shea from Juventus, so I think that was pretty much part of that deal. I'd say. Same with Illing Jr. They brought in a couple of players from Juventus for Douglas Luiz.
2 for 1.
Yeah, pretty much. Philip Coutinho has gone out, so he's off the wage bill. Cameron Archie came in from Sheffield United. So he might actually help him because he couldn't. But so Onan is after coming in from Everton for.
Do you think that will work?
I think so. Yeah.
Settle back into the Premier League. Well, I say back into the Premier League. He didn't leave, but everyone outside the Premier League that analysed Everton's team and speaking to a lot of my Everton mates as well, they were good mate Matt Ox anyway. He was saying he was not glad to see him go, but he was like, this is his own personal opinion, but he was like, I think people believe his hype a bit too much. I think he believes his own hype, own Arne, to a certain extent, really. And he's a season ticket holder as well. He said 50 million will run away from the bank with that, really. But I think Maatsen as well, Kev. How do you gauge Onana and Maatsen? I think for a team, we know Villa are a big club, but considering that they've been out of the wilderness of Champions League football for a very long time, how do you think those two players will fare?
I think they're going to get the full opportunity now, especially when they cover the midfield now with Douglas Luiz going. So there's a lot of players that can step into the boots, and you might even see him doing similar to us with a double pivot. I don't because everybody keeps going on about a number 6 for us, and I don't know why we need a note 6. We just need a ball playing midfielder that can play box to box, cover and tackle. We don't need a note bruiser sitting in there because we don't really use them. We won't be using them under slot. We'll be using a double pivot, really. Europa League West Ham in there. Yeah.
I'm going to go mad this season. Right, there we go. I've got United finishing 5th. And yes, you are seeing that right. Up the Hammers. I
know, but I know I've given them credit for like 7th there, all right, but that's the size. I think they'll drop off near the end.
Owen's probably like looking at me. He's known me for many years. Is that a very bold prediction for seeing United 5th and 6th for you, Owen?
Owen's there. He's frozen, is he?
Owen, if you're there. Yeah. Right, Kev, we'll go to yours.
Yeah. Switch it over.
Yeah, there we go. So chat, you know who's in my top 4. So Kev, who've you got in terms
I went Chelsea and United. Either one of them is going to swap around in that 5th and 6th position, I think.
So you've had West Ham finishing 7th.
I had them finishing 7th. But they're more than capable of jumping above United. I think they caught up with United the last couple of seasons as well. Anytime they've done well in the league. I think West Ham were just a couple of players shy and a less low block football. I think that they'll do like with less slow block football. I think they'll do well in the league.
Yeah. Quickly going back to mine. Sorry, Chas.
Yeah.
No, it's nearly the weekend, but yeah.
Oh, you did Champions League.
I've swapped West Ham. I was thinking a bit too positive for the Hammers. Sorry for West Ham fans. Who have you got in terms of
Champions League?
Obviously, get your Champions League teams in there as well.
So much Champions League. I think Villa will finally make it this season. Arsenal, I think they're overhyped, to be honest with you, with Arsenal. I know they do a couple of Stu Stein and with California and stuff like that, but this is the 3rd season in a row that they're going to have to be under pressure, and Arteta tends to lose the play. I don't know how he's keeping the sanity within the squad, to be honest with you. And as much as I say I want to win the league with Liverpool, unless City have a massive drop off, I can't see it. So that's why I'm putting us 2nd. I think it's just the slot style of football is going to help us more this season. We're getting over the line fairly early, but I would say that everybody's worried about the number 6 and all of that. But all we need is 2 good midfielders that can do the work rate inside there, and we've seen that Gravenberch is able to do it early doors pre-season. We know that Bojcetic can step in there and do it if need be. I still think we need number 6. Number 6. Sorry, I think we need box to box type midfielder in there that can tackle. So yeah,
getting relegated, Kev. So all well and good.
Who's getting if City get relegated, we'd be champions.
Then that puts West Ham in my prediction up into the Champions League. So there we go. Owen, in terms of I think Owen is connected on about 10 devices. Owen,
sorry, I don't know the bills around here, but maybe we haven't paid.
Oh, it's all good.
Haven't fed the hamster.
There we go. Yeah, right. Would you make any? So, who would you put in your 5th to 6th, and then obviously going into your top 4 predictions for you, mate?
Top 4. Well, I mean, as I say, United now, man, they've still got the same rubbish midfielders, more or less. I don't know who's going to be top 4. In no particular order. Hang on, I'll do my order after. But City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Spurs
top 4. Yeah, I think Spurs are good. I think they've actually improved. I think the chemistry between Son and Solanke is going to be pretty mental. I think it's going to be amazing. And yes, they'll concede, but Pedro Porro is a great player, underrated player, and it's just going to be attack. It's going to be crazy Ange ball. Very exciting to watch, and they're going to win lots of games 4-3.
What in terms of Poch's not Poch, was he left a while ago? Ange's game. What are you judging that in terms of the big jump from a tactical sense? Because as we've seen with Tottenham coming, obviously with the guidance of Ange Postecoglou, we all watched that. Was it the Chelsea game last season where they were playing so high? Well, for every game that they were playing with such a high line. Mickey van der Ven as well just allows that ability. You think about the centre half, Romero, when he stays on the pitch, he's a very good centre half. Mickey van der Ven, obviously the young Italian left back that they've got as well. Obviously, did get an injury last year, but I think if he was fully fit, I think he would have walked straight into the Premier League team of the season as well if he played the whole. What do you think they'll massively improve in regards to you thinking they will get top 4 from a tactical sense, mate?
I don't think the crazy high line he gets so much criticism for, but I think that's just based on results because he didn't have the attack. And what I love about his pre-season so far is that he's bought just more attackers. And I love that. He brought in, Archie Gray is not an attacker, he's a midfielder, but he's a really brilliant talent. And Lucas Bergvall, excuse my pronunciation for any Swedish people, I don't know how to pronounce it, who's a brilliant young Swedish player. Solanke, Min Hyuk Yang, the right winger from Gangwon FC in the K-League, and that's the most hipster signing from the K-League. Awesome, good on them. And Alfie Devine, who's also, he's through their youth system, but just like he's doubling down on the fact that defense is for weirdos. That's what he thinks. Let's just score more goals than the other team. And it's a very basic plan, but I love it.
Yeah, like looking at the great Ed Owens, great insight, mate. Thank you. You look at Ndombele as well, like the player that I think a couple of years ago you looked at, obviously a big money signing, and I think he's gone to Nice as well on a free transfer.
Yeah, exactly. That's waste of money.
Crazy money. Eric Dyer went for 12 million, as we know. Tenganga's gone as a free to Millwall from Tottenham. Evan Perisic is gone. Joe Rodon has gone to Leeds in the opposite direction. Emerson Royale, I think Spurs fans will be rejoicing at the fact of that. Because I think, sadly for us Premier League fans, we won't. As how that fella made a career in Premier League, I don't know. But it is what it is. And he's still only 25 years old. So a bit of a mad one. So Kev, you've gone with that. I'm quickly switching.
Would you believe that Eric Dyer and all that didn't go anywhere for 12 million? He went on loan. And then he was released just in June now. Him and Perisic, Ryan Sessegnon went back to Fulham. So that's a weird one. And Tanganga. So they finished their contracts and they were just released out. So that's weird, isn't it? So there must have been, maybe the deal for the loan deal was 12, I don't know, maybe that was kind of thing. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a bit mad, I suppose.
You've got to be desperate when he got delict.
Oh, they'll be delighted with that, sorry. Delighted. Oh. That's a shocking Doug joke. Sorry, mate. Right, we'll quickly go to my one as well. Yes, I've got United finishing 4th. They should get top 4. Looking at the players that they brought in, I know Owen's just mentioned one of their new star signings. United are United and will continue to be United until they stop giving out big wages as a football club, in all honesty. And this is what Man United fans will say themselves as well. They will always have that pull, but that will be compensated with the big wages until they get. Erik ten Hag might surprise us. He might do one season, but I don't. Me growing up and the majority of people my age watching Manchester United win league title after league title as well, it was disappointing, but they were the level, they were the benchmark to where more or less where City and Liverpool have been in previous seasons as well. The expectations to really get up there, Kev, it's really difficult for any team to, alongside that, add the last 2 seasons with Arsenal as well. It's I think you will finish 4th. How do you anticipate some of their new signings, United, to settle into the Premier League?
Well, they're going to definitely need the lit fairly fast, and they're Euro taking an injury as well. You know, he's out for at least a few months. That's a big injury for them, you know. So he's out for a few months. That could be interesting.
I'm interested to see how he adapts to the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I think the Lit is their only big signing. Nobody's really heard much about the other guys only in the last few months, or if somebody does it. We all know that the crux or the not doing well, or a player doing well in the Euros or a World Cup and then coming to. Well, we've had it with Ryan Babel. You know, we've had it with all of these kind of players where they were just the bee's knees. You know, Djibril Milan Barros was another one. That other dope, El Hadj Diouf. So him, you know, he's probably the kingpin of all guys that did well in a World Cup and then came to a club and turned out to be an absolute disaster. So there's. Oh, we want to lift this on.
Yeah, nice one there. Just giving us up to date.
They didn't make it permanent with West Ham. Might have been too expensive, I think, for him.
He's gone.
He's been awful. Yeah.
Like, what a way to tarnish his career, really. Well, not tarnish his career because he'd be buzzing because he made a load of money. But like Jack Rodwell went to City, destroyed his career. Phillips, who's the other like England DM that went there and didn't work out?
Ross Barkley.
Yeah.
He's at Aston Villa now, sure. He's not doing too badly for himself. Coming in the free from
rebuilt himself, yeah. Very true. But look at United though. United. I can talk about United for hours. They've got a couple of young players coming through who are really good. Ahmad is really good. Ahmad Diallo is really, really good player, which is bad news for us. But it's just a recruitment. The idea of not selling players like McTominay. McTominay, around about the 1920 season, right, 5 years ago, we'd already decided, that was his 3rd or 4th season with Man United. We had already decided from the outside that he's not good enough to play for Man United. But he's still there 5 seasons later.
Yeah.
And Marcus Rashford, if you speak to a lot of United fans, right, they used to love him. They like him. They want him to do well, but he's underperformed. And he's underperformed for about 4 years.
I just think, sorry to cut across there, though, and you're spot on. I just think he hasn't been helped out massively by the club, mate. Like, when you are a player for Liverpool or United, even City as well, a clubs of those magnitudes, like, you carry especially being a local lad, Rashford. We all know what it's all about, especially Gerrard carrying the football club on his shoulders for a very long period, not having the best of qualities, not necessarily all the seasons. Do you think he was let down? I think
no. I think he let the club down equally. I mean, I get the whole thing. He's got the mentality of somebody carrying the club on his shoulders, and fair play to him, all of his brilliant social work and things like that. Got a lot of respect for Marcus Rashford, but on the pitch, he's just not good enough, and he hasn't been for years. And that's as simple as that. McTominay as well, and they're full of players like that. Casemiro's over the hill.
Welbeck was one of them. So was what's his name, the French lad that scored. He came on for his day. 2 lads came on for the debut against Liverpool and scored a goal, and they turned out to be crap. in the end. It was Anthony and what was his name? What was that name? Came for 37 million. Just left. What was it? He's probably just released.
A forgettable player that they've spent 40 million on. Anyway, guys,
Anthony Martial. That was it.
Awful. Guys, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to chip out because the baby's crying. I have to go and see if everything's okay. But, just to end with my prediction, Arne Slot's threadbare, penny-pinching, tightwad Reds are going to win the league.
I want that to happen so bad. It's just those last 10 games for City is annoys the crap out of me.
Oh no,
they always do well.
Don't worry about it. Arne's got it. Arne,
where can everyone find you, Owen?
Just any audio podcast. We're not really on YouTube at the moment. Just audio, and because I've got the baby, it's hard to make things regular. But there you go. If you want to check out Cop On, I'd be delighted to hear from you all. Then please, check it out on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And thank you so much, Jack, for the invite. And great speaking with you, Kev, as well. And you're both welcome on Cop On anytime. And thank you. See you later.
Let you shoot, mate. Thank you for coming on. Nice. Absolute legend, Owen.
I really want to swap my one. I want to put Liverpool top. I just can't see past it. It all depends on what happens in November with City.
Come on, Kev. Be deluded.
I want it. Okay, go on. I'll be deluded.
We're going to win the league by 20 points. Jack.
No, I'm going to think because I actually think we'll do fairly well in the league. But it's just I just think Arsenal have so much pressure on them this season that they're going to find a drop off fairly early. Unless they compete. I would like to see a battle between us and Arsenal. I actually think City will be the one to drop off. I don't know why you put them top. It could be between us and Arsenal for the league. Now that I think of it, but I just think City will be the ones that might drop off.
So this is Kev's league table for anyone just tuning in as well. Interesting, mate. Well, similar to me, mate. Chat. Obviously, that's quickly mine as well. I've gone Liverpool to win the league.
Yeah.
Deluded, am I? Very. Will it happen? Potentially. But I think even with that squad, I think with the Arne Slot's philosophy, if we're a bit more controlled in our game this season.
I'd get the Manx out of there, though, Jack. I don't think they're getting top 4.
I think they will, yeah. They have to get top 4 for me. Like the players that they
just the same as Arsenal trying to get to win the league, but I think they'll be battling. If anything, it'll be us and them battling.
I don't know. Chat, would you agree with my top 4? I just think, if you're just tuning in, I wanted to put West Ham in top 4, like 4th, like I did with Aston Villa last season. Villa, it will be difficult for them to go back-to-back European for Champions League football. We've seen, and this is why last year I had Newcastle to drop out of the top 4, mainly due to the squad depth as well, as we mentioned. It's Unai Emery probably will get into the last 16. I think he will get into the next latter stages of that competition.
As crap a club as Chelsea have been with their mentality and what they're doing, they seem the most likely. If Aston Villa drop off, they seem the most likely to go up there out of all the teams that are them and West Ham, maybe Newcastle. I don't know about Spurs; they're just too leaky defensively. Unless Solanke starts scoring from the get-go. If Solanke has a good season, Spurs are up there in the top 4, I think.
Yeah, and big up their chat. Let us know your thoughts. Everyone just tuning in going, wow, Liverpool winning the league. Yes, we are.
I sensibly put City in there because you can't see by them, but Jack is trying to convince me to put my heart before my head.
City get an injury to Rodri and Haaland.
They're crapped,
especially if they don't replace Haaland. Unless Pep's going to do what he done with Seth Fabregas all those years ago and play an attacking midfielder in the number 9 position. I think Alvarez was massive for them last season, mate. Alvarez was absolutely huge.
He was, he got a lot of stuff over the line for City there. But I think that they've gone too long ballish since Haaland came in. And I think they've lost some of that stuff that they do at the edge. But only in the last 10 games of last season did I see him playing the actual City way. Before that, they were very, very lucky to get some results that they got. But Arsenal have to strengthen. They have to strengthen to take on City and to stay up there. I know we dropped off last season, but I think that was ever since Klopp announced he's leaving, we dropped off a cliff. I think that's when we went. All the results after that were just poor. I went on holidays to Portugal last year, and not once for the full 2 weeks I was over there did we win a game. Palace, City, Sorry, Palace. I just before I left, I went to the City game when we should have beaten them. A lot of VAR things went against us last year. A lot. I don't think I've seen as many VARs in one season go against us for penalty shouts. The Odegaard one, the Doku kick into McAllister's chest. There was so many times we should have won games and walked away with 3 points, even games that I was at those games and I could see it. But the thing about United and all that, they have to do a 22-point turnaround. Even when we were poor at the end of the season, it was still 22 points in the gap. They have to. Where are they getting the 22 points from? That's the whole point.
And say if Liverpool and Arsenal are up there, come what the March, April time.
Yeah.
And City, say Christmas or whenever they do get, because even a 10-point deduction or even like a 5-point deduction is league defining.
Yeah.
Like it has been when you look at Liverpool. If there's two teams going neck for neck, Arsenal, we know if they would have just got that win and they didn't celebrate the draw against City last year, he would have won the league. Yeah. Quite literally. So it's going to be extremely tight. And even if City get a slap on the wrist, little points deduction, or if it goes the other way. But the main thing for me, Kev, is, and in chat, if that scenario does happen, City this season might win the league by 20 points.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
But if they don't, this is where, and especially if Liverpool do drop off this season as well, though, Kev, I don't want to be having any excuses from Arsenal fans this season.
Yeah, the Arsenal none of it like the standard. They have to go for it. But I just think the Liverpool's football style is going to keep us up there. Just the way we're playing, we're not leaky in defence anymore. The times that we're like, the lads were so deep sometimes when people were honest that every time we'd lose goals, it would be at the edge of the box, just like around the penalty spot at the edge of the box, where a ball would come back and somebody would slot it in. But I haven't seen that this season. I've seen a lot of clearances, and also I'm actually going on holidays in 10 days.
So enjoy the days you got left with Kev.
I'll be gone then for nearly 2 weeks.
You'll be calling it absolutely smashed out, won't you?
I'll be there. I have a good enough phone to be able to do it from over there. It's just that the last time I sent you a video from 2 holidays ago, I was wearing my sunglasses on top of a roof in the middle of the Tenerife Mountains, wasn't it? When I sent you that for your documentary. But no, this time, we're going over to just outside Murcia. To have a look at that.
Chat, the key word tonight, chat, is points deduction. 10 points deduction is nowhere near enough.
No.
True, though, you never walk alone, but what was it? City, Teresa said there, City get points deduction, somehow still win the league.
If they get done for, remember this, lads, it's 115 charges, right, up until 2018, right? They'll get concurrent points deductions for now, which means they'll be relegated. They could get, for each season, they could get relegated. They could also lose the titles in those seasons. It won't be an asterisk, as everybody said. I think anybody who came second to City deserves the titles. It could come to a point where when Chelsea get done, that Arsenal get another title as well, because they finished third in the season there. There's a load of things that happen. But if they get done, even by 5 of those out of the 115 lads, they could get relegated. That's the thing with City. And they could get done. Titles could be handed over. The only team, I've repeated this before, the only team that won't get a title if City get done, I think it's like a maximum of 16 points per division. So I think if the only team that won't get done or won't get a title is United, because they'll miss out on one of the titles due to finishing second by 18 points to City. So City would get done for 16 points and they still win the league by 2 points in that season.
It's going to be mad, mate. 100%. Chat. We can get all your concerns as well, 100%. Anyone's watching this on the repeat, do let us know. For anyone just tuning in, quickly go through your 20th to 1st there, Kev, for anyone just tuning in.
I still want to be sensible and kind of go, I don't think it'd be City. Like, if I was going for my sensible head, it'd be this. Our City could run away with it. I know. Arsenal have to do it, and I think they're the best defensively. So I just think that if City drop off, they'll drop off behind us. That's what I'm going with my head. If I go with my heart, I think third. Yeah, I actually do. I think if they, as you said, if they lose one of Rodri or Haaland, they have no Alvarez to back up. Phil Foden can't do it. We can see that he burns out after about 5 or 6 games at top level, and he sits a bit mediocrely at 4 games without doing anything much.
I think everyone kind of forgets, don't we? In terms, remember that season where we won the league? They lost Laporte. Laporte was instrumental to their team. And I think it was the year after they went and bought, was it Diaz?
Diaz.
History is what it is now anyway. But that's Kev's. Obviously, he's got Leicester, Brentford and Southampton getting relegated in terms of Forest from 13th to 17th. He's got Forest, Ipswich, Bournemouth, Palace and Fulham. And then from obviously 12th to 8th, he's gone Brighton, Wolves, Everton, Newcastle and Tottenham. The Kev's Europa League team will be West Ham getting Europa League Conference football, Conference League. He's gone.
That could change between them and either, like, anybody from Newcastle to Chelsea could swap in all those positions.
Yeah, 100%. Nice. It's and that's his top 5 as well. Quickly have a little gander at mine anyway. It's only a bit of fun as well, chat. So if any rival fans are watching this, we'll put there'll be a couple of teams in there that do bottle it as well. But that's my bottom 3. I've got Southampton, Leicester, and Forest. Liverpool to win the league, you know that. I've got United finishing top 4. I think they should do, considering I think you think about the players that they've got in the squad as well. Casemiro, I know his legs looked like they had fell off, but I think they should have a good enough quality in there. And if they can shore up at the back, if De Ligt actually starts playing half decent football like he did at Ajax, then maybe they'll have a chance.
It doesn't matter that the list is there. The problem is, again, in the same scenario, if they had the Ligt and Euro starting this, then you might say something different. But now you have Martinez in there, and alongside him,
come in as well.
Azraoui, and what's his name is still there, Maguire. So they can still have the same problems. They say, and like who they brought? Where does Mazraoui play?
He's a right back, but he can play back as well.
Yeah, that's because of Wan-Bissaka gone out, so he's coming in to play a right back position. Who else is there? Is Lindelof is still there, right? And I think United played best football when Lindelof was sitting in the defence.
Yeah,
I think even with Varane in there last season, it didn't help him.
Yeah, Reece, it's Friday tomorrow, I've done that this week. I think a lot of people have said it. The football's the first game tomorrow, chat. I should know.
Yeah. United and Fulham.
So there we go.
And then us, we're the kick off at 12:30 on Saturday. As per norm, Liverpool, the most watched team in football history and per season, is being picked again by TNT or BT or whatever they call themselves. The first 12:30 kick off.
How long until Arne Schlott's pulling his hair out, but he'd just be slapping his head to the TNT.
Somebody said that the other day. They were saying, was it just Klopp the moaner about the thing? And I said, well, Slot hasn't played, because you don't hear Slot complaining about the 12:30 kickoff. Slot hasn't played a 12:30 kickoff. He hasn't managed the 12. Give it a while when he sees that there's 7 of them in a season, and then he'll start going, okay, this is ridiculous at 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, let's see if he holds his tongue as well. Well, I think Klopp just lost his rag with TNT at the end of the season.
Yeah,
he was going. He's going to understand. As well, big up there, United and Fulham tomorrow. Big up there. Yeah, Fulham Old Trafford. Should be an interesting game, that, in all honesty. So Kev, massive thank you for coming on, mate. Chas, massive thank you for tuning in as well. Still 20 of yous in. If you can get those likes up, chat, get them. Try and get to at least 50 likes by the end of tonight's episode. Be very much appreciated. We will be live tomorrow for another episode as well. That will be at 6 p.m. And
Jack, not to cause absolute chaos, but apparently Zubimendi has been difficult to deal with, according to Real Sociedad.
What does that mean?
That means that he's been difficult about his wage structure because of what Liverpool offered. I do believe that Zubimendi said yes to Liverpool, and I just think he just 180'd on it recently. So Liverpool mightn't go back in for him if something happens like that, but it could be a thing where he actually does make a move in this window. But it mightn't be to Liverpool, because Liverpool might have just said, look, you're messing us about too much, and then walk away. But not to kind of throw spanners into the works or whatever, but he was, apparently Real Sociedad, the sources down there have said that that he's been difficult to deal with regards negotiations about his contract.
Yeah. big up there, chat. I think he's just talking amongst each other as well. Just keep it civil, chance as well. Tomorrow, so we'll certainly jump on another episode as well. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. be here. We got the opposition preview. Obviously the Ipswich game, that'll be from Talking Town, Ipswich as well. Be interesting to see that. I'm looking forward to that, Kev. Should be great insight as always. So make sure you tune in for that. And we will be live for a watch along on Saturday morning as well. Back again. Looking forward to that, Kev. Will you be joining me for that one on Saturday, mate?
Well, for the watch along, or you can do the watch along there. Yeah, right. We'll sit down tomorrow a bit because we sort out a couple of things with the graphics and stuff like that. But we can probably do that tomorrow. My missus will be home as well from Chicago, so from work. So
So exciting season awaits as well, though, chat. Massive thank you, everyone. Nearly the weekend. Have a lovely evening tonight on Thursday. But if you are watching us on the repeat, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Head over to Spider LFC on all social media platforms as well. But see you again tomorrow at 6 p.m. chat. Bright and early anyway. And the season is nearly here. But Kev, thank you. And chat.
No problem.
See you tomorrow.